If you have a salon manager, but you, the owner, are still doing absolutely everything, that's a problem. Okay, guys, if you're a salon or spa owner and you have a manager, but you still feel like the business lives and dies with you, this is something that you need to get fixed ASAP. Too many salon owners continue paying salon managers for years without ever getting anything taken off their plates. So let's talk about what usually is going on when this is happening, because honestly, most owners are frustrated for all the wrong reasons. This usually isn't because your manager is bad, and it's usually not because you hired the wrong person. Most of the time, it's because the manager role was never clearly defined in the first place. A lot of salon owners promote someone into management, or they hire a manager and think that the role is just going to naturally figure itself out. They hand over tasks like scheduling or inventory or onboarding, maybe even team communication, and they assume that means the manager is now in charge. Here's the problem. Tasks are not a role, and responsibilities are not ownership. When a manager role isn't clearly lined out, nobody actually knows what they're accountable for. The manager doesn't know what they fully own, the team doesn't know what the manager has authority over, and you, as the owner, you end up mentally responsible for everything because nothing is going to ever come off your plate. This is why you still feel pulled in all directions. This is why people still come to you for everything. This is why you can't relax even when you're not physically there. It's not because you are just completely controlling, it's because the role itself is unclear. So before we talk about delegating decisions, authority, or stepping back, the very first thing that has to happen is getting that manager role lined out clearly. Not in your head, not vaguely, on paper. Because if the role itself is unclear, everything else is always going to feel messy. You are going to keep stepping in, your manager's going to keep hesitating, and you'll keep feeling like you can never fully relax, okay? That's not a good thing. So today, about clarity. I want you to take out a piece of paper and write out what you believe your manager is actually responsible for owning in your beauty business. Not what they do all day, not the random task, what they are accountable for at a very high level. Team performance, scheduling and coverage, standards, day-to-day operations, whatever that looks like in your business. This list, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be honest. Because over the next few days, we are going to take what you are writing down on this page and we are going to turn it into something that's actually going to work. Something that gives your manager direction and gives you your mental space back as the owner to focus on the things you need to focus on. If you are writing this out and realizing, you know what, I don't even know where to start, that's okay. It's actually way more common than you think. We have a ton of free leadership resources on our website. Just go to thebeautybizagency.com. They will walk you through what a real manager role should look like in a salon or spa, and they are a great place to start if you need some help creating this role. Remember, this step is the foundation. Everything else is going to build from here. If you want your manager to be successful, this is where you have to start.